Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Clean Machine Live. My name is Geoff Palmer, and I am the CEO and founder of Clean Machine, plant-based fitness nutrition. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All right, so today we are going to discuss why plant-based athletes actually have healthier guts. Now, we're going to find out why why athletes, especially very intense athletes, have challenges with gut health. We'll dive into that in a second. But first, I want to talk about polyphenols. Polyphenols are only found in plants. Plants are the only ones that make polyphenols. And human scientists have discovered over 8,000 different polyphenols identified to date. Many of these polyphenols are now understood to be prebiotics, which means our gut microbiome actually can chew up some of these polyphenols, leaving some for us to use directly, but actually convert some of these polyphenols down into other beneficial metabolites, like urolithin A. Check out my video on urolithin A and why it's amazing for athletes and for gains. That's right, muscle gains. It can help actually make the body utilize the body fat and use more of it to feed muscle growth. So urolithin A, which originally was studied as a compound from pomegranate, but it's actually derived from some of the polyphenols in pomegranate being converted by our gut microbiome to urolithin A. Check out that video. It's awesome. I really enjoyed making it. It's a really important one. But there are so many different polyphenols. Now, polyphenols can help you burn fat, which we've seen with the green Mediterranean diet and the water lentils or duckweed. Duckweed is really high in polyphenols. And we've seen that with the study called the Green Mediterranean Diet. Check it out if you haven't read the study. It's pretty impressive. And it found that up to 3 times more body fat was burned simply by adding high polyphenol compounds like green tea and duckweed to the Mediterranean diet. So they took one diet, which was just having a nutritionist educate people on proper health and nutrition and then letting them go to work. The second group was the Mediterranean diet. And then the third group was a Mediterranean diet, but with the addition of duckweed and green tea. And in that, they found 3 times as much body fat. And in particular, it's called VAT or visceral adipose tissue. This is the adipose tissue, the internal fat, the fat that surrounds our organs. This is the fat that can be lethal, actually. So this is the dangerous fat, not the subcutaneous fat, the little fat that sits on the outside of the skin. That's not as big an issue because that doesn't cause the health challenges that we see in diabetes, which is a combination of obesity and diabetes, or the elevation of risks for other diseases like Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, etc. Okay, so these polyphenols are amazing. Over 8,000 polyphenols discovered already. So what do these polyphenols do for gut health? Well, you've heard me describe a little bit about what they do as beneficial metabolites, but let's jump into this study. Before we get in it, let me just discuss what polyphenols are, where they're at. So polyphenols can be lots of different chemicals, phytochemicals in the plants. Mostly, though, they add color, aroma, and taste, but they are acting as protective agents for the plants, and they end up being protective agents for human beings too when we consume them. So when you see brightly colored fruits, they're really genuinely high in polyphenols. Like fisetin, one of my favorite polyphenols is a red pigment that is in strawberries, real high amounts in strawberries. Fisetin is an awesome polyphenol and has wonderful health benefits. Fisetin, if you want to look it up on Google. But there's just so many different polyphenols that have benefits in it. Okay, so what did the study look at? Well, the study was looking at when intense athletes like runners or soccer players or football players, wrestlers, things that are really putting intense training. Now, I do a lot of intense training to maintain this type of muscle at 60 years of age. So I train very intensely. Not something I would suggest for everyone, but I do it because I love it, one, and because I want to be the best example I can be for a plant-based athlete. All right. So when you intense training, you're producing lots of free radicals because you're working the engines, you're working the muscles, and it's actually producing a lot of ROS, radical oxygen species. Normally, if you're consuming a high plant-based diet, remember, plants are the only ones that generate these polyphenols. These polyphenols and other antioxidants and fiber then can be utilized by our gut and actually help quench these free radicals. These antioxidants found in plants will go and bind to the oxidative free radicals, or the ROS. So when we look at intense athletes, we see some damaging going on in the gut, and we see the gut starting to separate. Well, when that happens, it's called, more commonly referred to as leaky gut syndrome. But basically, the gaps that would normally let only food in small particles is actually big enough to start letting in macromolecules, which could be toxins, which can be waste products, which can be things that don't belong in the bloodstream at all. And this is where we get into trouble. And this can cause pro-inflammatory states. Then our body sends inflammation over there to try to heal this place. You have inflammation of the gut and can lead to gut distress that you don't want. Polyphenols to the rescue. Okay, so let's take a look at the study. All right, so this is the title of the study here on the screen, and it's called Dark Chocolate Intake Positively Modulates Gut Permeability in Elite Football Athletes. Now, this is a randomized controlled study. So this is very good because it was a crossover study. I believe it's a crossover study. I could be wrong, but it's a randomized controlled study. Okay, so this is a really good solid study in RCT, as they call it. And it looked at intense athletes, and the link is below in the green if you want to look it up. Okay, so here's the challenge: that intense exercise over a prolonged period. That means if you're playing games back to back, if you're training regularly for a competition or things like this, or if you just love training hard, love playing basketball games hard and intensely and do it often, then you could be creating gut permeability. As the study suggests, intense exercise over a prolonged period increases intestinal permeability. That's that separation. That is allowing the bad stuff to get into the bloodstream, which you don't want, which can further worsened by the increased production of radical oxygen species, ROS, and pro-inflammatory cytokines. This is the body actually releasing cytokines to try to go in and clean up the garbage that's getting into the bloodstream that we don't want. Okay, so let's look at the next quote from the study. So gut barrier disruption, that gut barrier, one, there's mucosa, and two, there's gaps. Once we start getting wider gaps and the mucosa starts breaking down, that is our gut barrier. That's what prevents bad stuff from getting into our bloodstream and causing pro-inflammatory states. So gut barrier disruption can lead to enhanced intestinal permeability, which allows endotoxins, pathogens, and other pro-inflammatory substances to move through the intestinal barrier into blood circulation. This is what we don't want. So you're thinking, hey, wait a minute, I'm training really hard, I'm doing really good for my body, but maybe not so much. Now, the good news is if you actually are eating a plant majority or plant-based or plant-exclusive diet, especially whole food plants, you're getting lots of polyphenols. You're getting polyphenols in dark greens, you're getting polyphenols in berries, you're getting polyphenols in brightly colored fruits and vegetables, you're getting polyphenols in nuts, and grains are rich in polyphenols. Animals don't have polyphenols. Zero So they're not gut protective. The more plants you're eating, especially these intensely colored green, yellow, blue, black, remember, the darker the color of the fruit or vegetable, like black rice, has tons more polyphenols than brown rice. Blackberries are even higher in polyphenols than blueberries. So the darker the color, the more intense the color, the brighter the color, the higher generally they are in polyphenols. And that's a really good thing because our eyes, our brain is, or even our smell is sensed to say, hey, brightly colored food, that's something I should eat. Now, not always the case. Obviously, there's some brightly colored food that are poisonous. Don't eat those poisonous foods. But I'm talking about actual real foods. Okay, so we've got a gut permeability issue in intense athletes. We don't want this. How do we correct it? So they compared amateur athletes to elite football players and showed increased intestinal permeability. So the intensity of the exercise matters. If you're training hard or training often, it matters. It matters even more that you should be consuming a high whole food plant-based diet to help protect your gut, to help reduce this inflammation and reduce all of the rest of the chain events. Because once those endotoxins and pathogens get into your system, they lower your immune system, they attack your system, they can start causing health challenges throughout. So it can just be the very beginning of a cascade of negative events that happen in the body. So you got to stop it at its source, right in the gut, where you put that food in, where it breaks down. You don't want the bad stuff getting in. And these polyphenols can help protect that. So to put it to the test, as Dr. Greger would always say, here's what they did. So they took the athletes, and after 30 days of dark chocolate. Now, why did they choose dark chocolate? Out of all of the foods that we commonly eat, dark chocolate, I think, is ranked in the top 5 of all the foods highest in polyphenols. I bet you'll actually never guess what the richest source of polyphenols is. It's one of my favorites, cloves. Cloves are astronomical in the polyphenols. And I have a glass of chai tea, which has both cinnamon, which is really rich in polyphenols, tea, which is really rich in polyphenols, and cloves. So, and even black pepper, which is rich in polyphenols. So really supercharged, polyphenol rich is how I start my day out, with a nice cup of chai tea. Okay, so after 30 days of dark chocolate intake, it decreased intestinal permeability, closed up those gaps so that bad particles were not getting in. And this was found in elite athletes consuming dark chocolate for just 30 days. So in just 1 month of consuming polyphenol-rich foods, in this case, dark chocolate, intense trained athletes already were seeing an improvement in their gut health. 30 days, just a matter of 4 weeks. That's amazing. That's how powerful these plant compounds are. It's why I'm so excited to share this kind of information with you, to show you in studies, in real athletes, what plant phytonutrients, specifically the polyphenol groups. Remember, there's no polyphenols whatsoever in any animal food. There's none in eggs, there's none in dairy, there's none in chicken, there's none in fish, there's none in any animal product, period. Polyphenols are only made by plants. So these polyphenols can help with weight loss. They can help protect gut cells. They can improve muscle gains with urolithin A. The health benefits are across the board. Improve brain function, improve heart function. I mean, the polyphenols are rich throughout the plant kingdom. We can consume them from so many different foods, from greens to nuts to beans to berries to all over the place. They're rich in these polyphenols. And remember, they all have varieties of different, like the fisetin in strawberries, the lycopene in tomatoes and watermelon, the mango, the mangiferin in mangoes. All these different polyphenol compounds, unique to each different types of foods. Some totally unique to different types of plant foods. Eating a variety of these can give you a variety of different health benefits. The dark greens are loaded with polyphenols too as well, especially like dark greens, super greens like duckweed. Okay, so why is this important? Well, not only can it help you make sure that your internal health is good, but it can also help provide muscle gains. Yes, polyphenols. One of my favorite polyphenols of all time is mangiferin, found in mango. Well, there's high amounts of mangiferin in mango, the fruit, but it's even higher in the leaf, and it's even higher in the tree bark. So researchers found that, hey, wait a minute, if the mangiferin is even highest in the tree bark, what if we added it to another polyphenol-rich plant called globe thistle and put it together? And they found the results were phenomenal. I'm going to put this up on the screen because these are some pretty incredible results. This is what I chose to add to my pre-workout. Now, most of the pre-workouts you see on the market basically have creatine in it. You have a nitric oxide enhancer like arginine or citrulline, and a stimulant, obviously. So those are the three core ingredients. But I wanted to do something extraordinary. I wanted to give something clinically proven results. And these results are amazing. Backed by 2 human clinical studies, RIP factor, the key ingredient in N10s, our pre-workout powder, up to 4 times increase in muscle size, up to 2.6 times increase in muscle strength, up to 67% more endurance. That's the second study that came out, even showing higher amounts, and up to 21% increase in free testosterone in men. So it's fast acting. In just 14 days, the studies had shown significant increases in muscle strength. This is amazing. This is what this polyphenol mangiferin found in the mango tree bark can possibly do for us. This is why I want to do things that are extraordinary. I want real products that deliver real results backed by real human studies, clinical trials. That's what I want to deliver to you. I want to make sure that you're getting the gains, not just buying products because they're loaded with stimulants and makes you feel like, oh, I'm cracked up and I'm lifting a lot of weights. No, are you really getting gains though? Gains in strength, gains in endurance, gains in muscle sizes, gains in testosterone. Yes, these are important for you to get real significant gains, not just, water bloating from creatine or things like that. Now, I don't want to knock the other products, but I want to show you how we do things so differently based on the research, based on the high amounts of even the nitric oxide booster. Instead of just sticking some cheap arginine that they buy from China and it's all dirty and stuff, I used an amazing patented nitric oxide booster called S7. It's because it has 7 different plant compounds in it that have shown to boost natural nitric oxide by 230%. Again, backed by studies, backed by real human research. 230%, not just a 50, 60, 70% increase in nitric oxide. 230%. This allows blood flow to get to the muscle. This allows the nutrients to get to the muscle to feed it. And it allows the waste product generated by exercise to get away from the product so you don't have as much muscle damage. You don't have as much soreness. You can get back in the gym and increase your weights again. This is the kind of stuff. 7 different plant compounds combined together create really strong polyphenol effects in the body and boost up your natural nitric oxide internally. This is what these amazing plants can do. And that's why I love bringing them to market when nobody else is doing this. Hardly anybody else is using RIP Factor and S7 together in a powerful product, focusing in on these polyphenol-rich compounds that really help promote overall health, as well as natural strength gains, natural size gains. I'm 60 years of age. I'm loving life. I'm in the best shape of my life. I wish I knew this back when I was in my 30s. Imagine where I'd be at right now. But That's why I'm sharing this information, so that you can get these kind of gains, keep them, do it naturally, remain clean, keep this amazing machine clean. Yeah, that's why I call it Clean Machine, because I'm encouraging people to stay away from the drugs, to do it naturally, get amazing results, and get health benefits on top of it too. You don't have to substitute health to get gains, and you don't have to substitute gains to get health. You can have both. And that's what I want to deliver. That's why I do the products that I make here at Clean Machine. And that's why I present this research for you. You don't have to trust me. It's not marketing hype from another sports nutrition company. This is real research. I give you the research. I give you the links. I post it right here on the website so that you can read it for yourself. Here's that research again. Amazing study. I encourage you to read it. It's a short study. It's easy read. But it's powerful in showing the health benefits of polyphenols in serious elite athletes. And this is what I want to show you, the power of plants. When you combine a plant-based diet with intense exercise, you will be rewarded with health beyond your dreams and beyond most of what other people are experiencing in this life, with 77% of the American population now overweight or obese, 42% obesity rates. I am trying my hardest to try to get this education in front of people so that they can make empowered decisions about their health, so that I can help people not have to suffer, not have to lose loved ones because they simply just won't eat enough plants or do enough exercise. Stay fit, my friends. Stay healthy, eat your plants, and enjoy life. That's what I want for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. Please give it a like, and check out our videos. I've got a whole bunch of videos on health, nutrition, fitness, all these amazing plant molecules. I break down the science for you so that you can be easily understood. And I want to share this with you because the plant kingdom has got some extraordinary health benefits that people just aren't even aware of. And if they just ate more plants, what an amazing impact, what a big change it could have on your diet. Obviously, you got to move. You got to lift some stuff around. You got to get out there and exercise. But if you're eating well, eating high amounts of plants rich in polyphenols, you could be getting health benefits that your peers and loved ones may not be getting. Be the example for them. Show them what healthy looks like and be an inspiration. Let's pay this forward. Let's get people inspired about getting healthy and staying healthy way into your late life. Why work all your life to earn your money just to have it all taken away by doctors, by hospitals, by pharmaceutical companies, by insurance companies, because your health is gone? You don't get to enjoy your health. Why not be in your best physical shape? Be thriving at 60 and 70 and 80 and beyond. That's what I want for you. When you've built your wealth, you've built your success, you're ready to retire, you get to enjoy it in full health. That's what I want for people. That's why I started this company, to help you get results by giving you the best plants possible out there, putting it in products and making it accessible to more people so that more people can enjoy the health benefits of plants you probably never heard of. I mean, who's heard of globe thistle or mango tree bark? Yeah, you wouldn't normally sit down to a bowl of mango tree bark, but you can take it in supplement form and get extraordinary results out of it. So why not take advantage of these plant compounds that aren't in our typical day-to-day diet? That's where I think supplementation can come in, adding health benefits to our additional health benefits that we're not getting and can't get by consuming even a healthy, whole food, organic, plant-based diet. These are plants that provide benefits above and beyond our basic food supply. That's what I want for you, optimal health. And I provide the science, the links, and the studies so that you can find out for yourself and make that empowered decision for yourself, for your health, for your family, and for those ones who love you and want to see you here. I lost my mother, my father, and both brothers at an early age. I wish they were here. I wish they had taken a healthier path like I have. I'm 60. None of them made it to 60. No one in my, none of those, my mother, father, and both brothers never made it to 60. I want that for you. I want you to be here for your kids, for your loved ones, for your spouse, for those who care about you, those who love having you here and sharing this life with them. That's what I want for you. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It will help us get more people watching these videos so that they can learn more about these amazing health benefits of plants. Give it a thumbs up, give a like, and share if you can so that this gets more visibility to people. I really want to get the message out that plants are saving lives. Thank you for watching.